Simple Jack here with the strategy video for Eratin, map 29 in the original Military Madness. This is where I'm just going to show you a few seconds on each move. You can use pause to see different things. This is exactly the way things should come out of the factory, the north factory. Put the Atlas in the mule north of the factory, put the Pelican, load the Panther into the Pelican south, move the Rabbit down there, and put the rest of your players exactly as they are there. Be sure to go down here and move your Octopus towards the pass. Okay, I'm going to give him his turn. Okay, I've taken my second turn now in Eratin, and I've basically moved everything as far south as possible except the Rabbit. I've taken him down here. It's the Seeker that will block the only attack he'll get before we set up as invincible. If you watch the Eratin gameplay video, I'll show you how to play this game and take this factory. It's a completely different game if you want to try it. And he has this Atlas. Sometimes he will shoot your Panther and kill the whole thing, and it stops the game. Okay, you can see where everything is. This is the Atlas right here, and I'm moving down to capture that pass. I'm going to go ahead and give him his turn now. You're back with Simple Jack in Eratin. Okay, that Charlie I put up here on the POW factory, home factory, POW camp, home factory, to protect it, because he will be coming in to try to take it. I've moved things basically to the south. These three tanks will stay up north with the Hawkeye. I neglected to show you last time. I flew the Pelican down to here, dropped the Panther here. And the Panther will make it in the factory that turn. If you use the Charlie, he will not make it in the factory. He'll only make it to there. I've unloaded my factory now. I've put the Atlas into the mule, and I've put the all-important Giant into the Pelican. It'll be the Giant that closes the pass off to him. Okay, he's moving in now. He's not going to take that factory this turn, but he will next turn. And I plan he'll come in and attack my Seeker, but I plan not to use these indirects this turn, this next turn. This next turn I'll set him up for the turns after that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and let him see what he can do. Alright, Simple Jack back. You never want to park your players right here at this point in the game because he has this Lynx. He'll come over into here, and he'll get a free shot on one of these two spaces. I didn't fire anything except my Octopus for indirects. I placed these two to hit what he's going to take out of the factory along with the Atlas. I dropped the Giant right here. That'll stop him from coming through. Don't put things here and here right now because he's got this Lynx and he will keep coming and hitting you. Now, as you recall, I had the Seeker here. He came in and hit it once with the Titan. Gives us, which I killed with my Octopus and Rabbit, but it's a good example of why you don't take him head on in Military Madness. He hit an 8 Seeker unit and took it to 2, and I only took 1 of his Titans. If you go head on into him, he will tear you up pretty badly. Okay, he's going to take that factory and bring out an indirect this time, and the game starts to get interesting. I'll be back shortly. Simple Jack is back with Eratin. I took out his Octopus with my indirect. You've got to kill his indirects. In Eratin, his indirects are very tough. The Giant just sits here and holds his ground. You want to leave this Panther sitting right here, pretty much for the duration of the game. He will come in here to take this factory, but he takes it, and then you can take it right back and usually win a Kilroy. You also need to leave Charlie sitting on this factory, your home factory. If he captures that, of course, he wins the game. He doesn't send any power in there, but just stay sitting on it. The other pieces, I just leave there. The majority of this game is fought right here with these indirects. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and give him his turn. Okay, Simple Jack back here with Eratin. I didn't use my Giant. He's built everything up in here. I used all 4 of my indirects to kill his Hadrian and his Atlas. You absolutely have to kill them or his stuff is very powerful. I brought my rebuilt Seeker and rabbit out and left them down here. I've intentionally, you can see he's got 3 pelicans up here. One with a giant. It's really nice to kill the giant when it's inside a pelican. It's a lot easier. But anyway, I've left a corridor open up here. I'm hoping he'll fly around up here and drop to take this factory. If he does, I will kill his pelican, but I will leave his Kilroy to go ahead and capture the factory, and then I'll capture it. And I leave the linnet back here, and of course the panther is there to recapture that factory. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and give him his turn now. You're back with Simple Jack and Eratin. Okay, he flew that giant in and dropped it here, which I had to deal with, so I had to pull my guys south and get around him and hit him. And here's that Kilroy he dropped off. I'm going to let him take this factory and then I'll capture it. So I didn't hit him with my rabbit. There was basically nothing to do with my rabbit, so I just left it there. You want to keep your pelican in good shape because you're going to be using it to get surround on him. That's the only way I was able to kill this giant. If I had not been able to do that, his giant would just plow right through me. You have to get around the giant to kill it. By the way, don't shoot at this trigger. It's on 20%. You cannot hurt a trigger on 20% with any indirect fire. A full star Atlas will not hurt it. I'm going to give him his turn, and then I'm going to go ahead and play a couple of turns. It's turn 7. I'm going to play a couple of turns without doing any voice, because what I'm going to be doing is taking these indirects and picking them apart down here. You don't need to see that part. So we'll let that go, and I'll see you shortly. Okay, I'm back. It's turn 12. As you can see, I have more units now. He has substantially less. I've started going across up here. I used the pelican to move a Charlie over to capture that factory. And then I killed a couple of pieces up in here. He's very weak up in here, but he does have his Hawkeye. So I parked my pelican right next to it to get surround ZOC, as they call it, zone of control, on the Kilroy. Down here, I did lose one giant. I've taken out his giant and basically everything else. He just keeps coming in here and attacking, or coming in here and parking, and just keep hammering at him with those indirects. I've started moving these guys over. But anyway, okay, I'm going to go ahead and give him his turn. There's the screen. Give him his turn, and I'll be back either next turn or in a couple turns when I'm about to win. As you can see, I've started in down through the pass now. There's no point in hitting this trigger with anything other than getting completely around it, you know, have straight across fire, get him zocked. I've hurt this. I drew him in with the Linnet so I could hit it with one of the Atlas, but I also captured this factory up here, and now he's coming to capture it back. I'll let him capture it, then I'll take it while he's in it. I'm bringing these guys across to take the trigger, and most importantly, I dropped this big polar next to his Atlas so I can kill it. The Atlas hits all the way down to here. In fact, he'll shoot the giant this next turn. So anyway, I'm set up to kill all of his players as opposed to taking this, but it would be pretty easy right now to take the Pelican and load it with a Panther or a Kilroy up here and go down and capture that factory. And I don't know, maybe I'll decide to do that, but I usually like to kill all his pieces. Okay, let's give him his turn and see what he does. My wife wants me to hurry. As you can see, we can capture the factory right here. But instead of doing that, we'll do it more excitingly, and we'll kill these. And then I'll capture the factory in case this is too long. That way we can cut this part out. Go ahead and hit his polar with these. First with this full star Atlas here. And then we'll just climb up on here and hit him with this 5 full star giant. When you get a full star giant, it doesn't matter how many units are in it, it's just very tough. Okay, and this is his last guy, so this will be the last shot of the game. There we go. Let's get you to the stats here and see what happened. I had 277 kills, he had 30, and it took 17 turns to clobber Eratin. This is 62-year-old Simple Jack, reminding you, be nice to old people. One day, you're gonna be one.